Hi, welcome back to Bee Bread Games. I'm Bee, and this is the channel. I don't know, I don't got nothing. We're back with Under Your Moon. Last time, well, I don't remember what happened because it's been a wild, last few days. My dog has kennel cough, so that's been happening. I had a dog for 20 years before her, and she never got sick ever, so this is like a whole new thing. Where it's like, oh, okay, this dog has things that we actually have to go to the vet for, like emergency stuff, not just regular checkups and things. So yeah, we've been dealing with that. She's fine now. We got her on a cough suppressant, and that's what was really worrying me, because she just was coughing so much, and it was interrupting her sleep, it was interrupting my sleep. But we're good now. Everything's okay. She's on antibiotics. She's also on 2 types of anxiety meds because she hates vets that much. Which, fair. But maybe she shouldn't act out on it. She had to be in a cone of shame because she was acting bad. But anyway, more to the point, we're playing Under Your Moon. This is episode 3. I think there may be 4. I'm not sure. Is this episode 3? Am I lying? I told you, time is weird for me right now. Yeah, episode 3. And let's just get back into it. Nox disappeared, as usual. You go to bed, but sleep doesn't come easily. During the night, the wailing starts again. It wakes you several times, so loud that it feels like it's coming from inside your apartment and shaking the walls. In those moments, the only feeling more potent than the fear is the loneliness. Oh, see, I could have ended there. I hate when I can't tell where is good to end an episode. Last one could have ended right there. The odd glitches are happening more and more, and they've driven you inside. They happen less inside the apartment. Books appearing or disappearing, sudden darkness or shadows that make no sense, and, of course, the wailing sounds. But these are manageable compared to the ones outside. While you don't see the glitches outside, you know they're happening, and they're on a different scale compared to the small glitches in your apartment. The outside is no longer safe, no longer familiar. It fills you with unbelievable frustration. That was frustrating. Your life before Nox may not have seemed like much to someone else, but it had been yours. You had cobbled it together out of sheer willpower, and now everything is going sideways, once again due to things beyond your control. Your helplessness is thrown in your face, and it only highlights how alone you are. So very alone. The feelings have become so acute, you find yourself waiting for Nox to appear, hoping that they would appear. They don't, and the days drag, which leaves you with mixed feelings. You've also begun to dread the upcoming eclipse. I just realized I could just end the episodes on the eclipse markers. I'm so silly. Nobody say anything. You should comment, but not about that. There's no specific thought or reason attached to that feeling, only a sense of foreboding that builds in intensity with every single night that passes. Put a word in there myself. You dig through the farmer's almanacs for clues or signs as to why you may be feeling this way. The books had predicted the cataclysm, though not in so many words, but perhaps it would know something about this eclipse as well. Unfortunately, the almanacs were published far too long ago to give an in-depth prediction on an upcoming astronomical event, so apart from the fact that there's a significant cosmic event coming, they offer nothing. With your trips outside becoming less and less frequent, and the durations shorter and shorter, your scavenging suffers. There's not enough food within the short distance you're willing to travel to feed you, so you're forced to ration your supplies. With less of your time taken up by scavenging, you lean more heavily into your hobbies. What started as a side benefit, getting more comfortable using a knife, has become a more central focus of your whittling hobby. You start practicing things like defensive strikes, slashes, and even throwing the knife, which resulted in the death of a perfectly good wooden cutting board that you refurbished into a target. You've gotten pretty decent at throwing your knives if you say so yourself. You haven't forgotten whittling entirely. You've amassed a small collection of whittled animals and shapes, and carved the legs of some of your tables with swirling designs. When the waning crescent reaches its zenith, you decide to do some tarot. You've never tried to communicate or get messages from the people lost to the cataclysm. You've done it for people who have died, but that didn't include the glitched. People who glitched didn't die. They weren't souls who were separated from their mortal shell. They simply disappeared. Which means that they either went somewhere else or they ceased to exist at all. You try not to focus on the latter, even though you know it's what you believe in your heart of hearts. In your heart fire? No, that's sad. While you and Reed have been closer in age, Naomi had been much younger than both of you. The gap had made it harder to relate to them when you were a teenager, but as you both aged, your relationship strengthened. Naomi had paid far more attention to your grandma's tarot lessons and loved to practice her readings on you. She'd often drag you away from whatever task you were doing so you could be her practice subject. You try to focus on her as you pull your cards. Her face is a blur you can't quite focus on in your mind, her features obscured, and the only impression of her left behind. But even in this after image, you can hear her laugh, a light thing caught on the winds outside. Left. The star. Recognition, hope, and fate in one's own hands. You feel their presence before you see them, an odd thing since they're so barely there that their presence is almost like a whisper. But even then, that whisper makes the silence of solitude just a little more bearable. You look back at them and nod a greeting, and they dip their chin at you in response. It's become predictable enough pattern at this point. They appear the first night of the next moon phase. It's not surprising to see them. What are you doing? They crane their head over your shoulder to see what you're holding. Tarot? What's tarot? You fight back a smile. Tarot. It's kind of divination. You shuffle the deck and ask the cards questions, sometimes specific, sometimes vague. Then you draw a few cards to get an answer. An answer from what? That's the philosophical question above my pay grade. They carve their brow, blatantly confused, and you suppress your smile. These uncomfortable jokes between you two were somehow growing on you. I guess it depends on what you believe. Some people believed that the answers from the universe are lost loved ones or a deity that controls what cards are drawn. Each card has an assigned meaning, and you combine those meanings to try and interpret a message. Everything about it is personal, though, right down to how the cards look and what they're called. Nox lets out a hum of acknowledgement, squinting their eyes at your cards. Why'd you pick that design? Your cards are worn, the design barely visible anymore, but shows snakes, flowers, and moons intertwining together. Oh, I actually didn't pick these. You're not supposed to buy them for yourself, although I'm not sure why. But you're supposed to receive them as gifts for them to work. Oh, I actually did not know that. I didn't know that, guys. That's fascinating. So who got you those? You stare at the deck, trudging through the fog in your mind for the answer, but come up empty. I'm not really sure. I just like them. Why do you use them? Do you believe they work? You hesitate. The answer isn't as straightforward as the answer you know they want. Sometimes. I don't know. It can be difficult to believe sometimes. But they help keep my mind busy. Without these, my mind will wander and try to find answers for itself, and that makes me feel like I'm unwinding from the inside out, so I use the deck instead. Nox nods seriously, as if they can relate to this feeling precisely. It can't hurt to have something to believe in. Exactly. You smile. No, it doesn't. Nox hesitates a moment, then takes a few tentative steps. They slowly navigate around the back of the couch, moving as if they don't trust the ground underneath their feet. Then, once lined up with the couch, they lower themselves onto it. To both of your surprise, it seems to work. They're sitting on the couch with you. The veil is getting thinner. Interesting. How is that possible? I'm pretty sure I'm actually sitting on an ottoman in my apartment. It just lines up well with your couch. It seems like whenever this occurs, my world overlays yours. I'm in mine and you're in yours, but this window, they're occupying the same space. Suddenly, their delicate movements make sense, and you nod in understanding. What? I hate both of these questions. I don't like either of them. Are you gonna potentially fall? Well, not if they're sitting on their own couch, right? I'm gonna... Why do you assume yours overlays mine? I'm sure... I don't know what to say. I'm just... Okay, we can be stupid. I hope you're right, or the second you blink back in your own space, you're gonna fall right on your ass. Well, the image makes you chuckle. I kind of hope that's what happens. Actually, that's funny. Oh my god, Dal. Well, even if it did, you wouldn't see it, so at least my pride is safe. You're not looking so good. Such a charmer. Be careful, your flattery will make me swoon. Nox rolls their eyes at you. Be sarcastic if you want, but I'm serious. You look unwell. Too thin and your color is washed out. What's changed since last time? Food. You know what they're referring to, but sometimes it feels embarrassing to admit. Are you out of food? You sigh. Kinda. Things here have been weird. Odd things happening at night. It's gotten so bad, even the daytime scares me. Something's changed here. I don't think I'm alone anymore. It's not people before you ask, just things. I feel them watching me all the time. It's made it hard for me to scavenge, so I've had to get a bit frugal in my rations. What exactly is happening that's making you feel afraid? You seem to have been relatively fearless until now. What's changed that makes you feel like you're in danger? It's difficult to put into words, and you chew on your thoughts with a few false starts before answering. It was easy to be unafraid when I knew I was alone. Now there are unknown factors. I don't know what exactly is making me feel this way, but I feel like some things pray, like danger's approaching. Nox studies you, and surprisingly, you find yourself shying away under the scrutiny of their gaze. It's different from the last time they gazed at you. Now, with them sitting beside you, closer than you're used to, you realize you actually feel self-conscious. Well, even as that may be, you need to take care of yourself. Eating isn't an option, nor is it a luxury you can skip. And if you are in danger, being weakened won't help you. I can take care of myself. Clearly you can't, brother. You shrug. It's a kind thought, but they don't understand the situation you find yourself in. I'll try. Maybe you scavenge during the day more? I already do, but even the day doesn't feel safe anymore. And some of my runs take so long that even if I leave in the morning, it'll be dark before I get home again. I wish I could help. Thanks. I'll figure it out. What kind of things are you seeing that are such an issue? Are the shadows... Nox disappears. Oh, wow. Well, it's a new moon now. Should I stop for the sake of... I think I'm going to stop here. Okay, this is a shorter episode. I admit that. But I don't want to, end up with the last episode being uber short, 8 minutes, if I play this and then stop at a weird spot, you know? So I'm going to stop here. Thank you for watching. This actually works out because I'm kind of in a rush. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Under Your Moon. Please like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear your thoughts on the game so far. Thoughts on what you think is going to happen, maybe. I don't know. Or if there's any games that you like that you think I would like, that would be cool. I have a huge to-play list, but I'm always willing to add something new to that. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you around. I hope you have a great week ahead. Yeah. Bye.